Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an awesome life. Alright, I want to talk about when you're not getting the results you want. And I'm going to give you two scenarios that are completely different and the results are still the same. I'm going to compare the person who's feeling disempowered, not believing their power, just totally doing what appears is obviously the wrong things to do, right? Actually, the things that are not bringing their desired reality into what they desire. And then I'm going to compare it to the person who's doing all the right things, seemingly right things, to get what they desire. And I'm going to show you why there's no difference between the two. Not ultimately. All right? The first person is in a very abusive relationship, has kids, is married to a guy who tells her that she can't work. She knows she has to leave, but she needs to get some skills or, get a job so that she can leave. He's telling her that she can't work, and she's gone along with this. She says, I can't do anything because he won't allow me. All right, I think we know what the issue is there, right? Total disempowerment, totally giving him control, totally not believing what she is, and not taking charge, and not changing the situation, all right? And excuses, not taking responsibility most of all. Not a victim, but acting like the victim. The second person, kind, giving, doing all the right things, going out, taking dance lessons, all these things, and then is interviewing for a job, has had over a dozen interviews, not getting the job, and the jobs that she's been in, they never really, it was never up to her potential. All right? But she's saying, yeah, I don't understand this because I live a peaceful, loving life and whatever. Now, she says that, I don't know. I only get information what you guys tell me. So there could be all kinds of other stuff going on there. But we know one thing. They are both ignoring their cosmic messages. The telegrams are piling up and you're not opening them. Number one is, I'm unhappy. He's telling me I'm not allowed to do things, and I can't go out, and there's this cycle. And the cosmic telegram is every single thing you do is keeping you exactly where you are, and you are not changing the very thing that can get you out of that situation. And you know it, and you're being told you aren't allowed, and the cosmic message is you are allowed, and you're believing you're not. You wield the power to change all of this, and your message is, as long as you keep believing that, you will stay exactly where you are. Every message, everything that's going on is a message that he doesn't allow me, he doesn't allow me, he doesn't allow me. That's your message. You have to break past that. That's the very thing keeping you there. What has to change? I keep saying he doesn't allow me to do anything. There we go. There's my message. I have to change that. What do you have to change? Do you hear what you're saying? How do you get a job? Stop listening to this. That doesn't control you, and you know it. And you keep saying that, and so herein lies the same situation over and over. Groundhog Day. Second person, doing all the right things, going out and looking for a job. Yay, girl. Yeah, you're putting in the effort. Aha, what's happening here? Guess what? That cosmic message is so crystal clear. Every one of those jobs you were in that you weren't up. By the way, I noticed you didn't blame anybody, which was great. You didn't say they didn't, give me my potential or whatever. You have got to start looking at those jobs you're going after and the jobs you've been in and ask, what is the common denominator within all those that is a cosmic message telling me that has to change? So it doesn't have to do with being a good or bad person, being empowered or not being empowered, right? It's the cosmic message that's coming over that you're not listening to. It's so crystal clear that if I keep going to interviews in these same kind of jobs, I'm going to get rejected because I'm not supposed to be there. Why are you getting rejected? You're not supposed to be there. All right, I'll give you an example. I've lived in an amazing, amazing home. I loved it. I had all these plans to renovate. You know, I'd drawn everything out. And then I asked the universe, I realized I'm so entrenched in my career, which is what I came here for, right? To make a difference on the planet. And I love what I do. And I want to start traveling and doing all kinds of things. And I said to the universe, if I'm supposed to stay in this house, then I want messages as to what I should do. Because I could go either way, but I want the messages as to what I'm up against here. That week, the dishwasher, the refrigerator on Christmas Eve went out, the water heater went out, and the basement flooded several times. I then stepped on glass because I took my shoes off to wade in the water to get something. I stepped on glass, which was shoved up into my foot until I moved, and I realized, I get it! I get it! And even more stuff started to go wrong. Oh, 2 huge branches came crashing down. It was like overkill, all right? Cosmic message. But a lot of people, they go, oh, okay, well, I guess I have to fix that. I'm like, I don't know about you, but the thought of putting 200 grand into a house and then going through what it takes to do that, I'd have to move out and everything. I realized that's not what I'm supposed to be doing right now. There will be another house. As much as I love the house, don't get attached to anything, right? I went and looked at 3 different places. I made a decision that quick. January 2nd, man, I came and looked at this place, wrote a check. This is it, man. This was it. It met all of my criteria, absolutely everything I asked for. Everything. I actually asked for a really different fireplace. That's it. I went, probably should have been more specific about that. But I love it. And so I'm asking for messages based on the fact that I'm not expecting the universe to do anything for me. I know that I still have to, I'm in control of what those messages are. But the message was, if you stay in this house, this is what you're up against. So if you do that, be ready. Right? We had to do some major stuff that's going on over there right now. And then it opened the door for an amazing new place that made it so clear that I needed to move and go to a new place. Actually in a different part of town. Completely different part of town. That is so suits me, it isn't funny. Cosmic telegrams, and I listened to it. Alright? So, are you paying attention? So these 2 scenarios are just people getting messages all the time in things that appear to be not so great, right? So that's how do you change that? Well, it's blatant and you're not paying attention. So you keep interviewing for jobs, but you're not paying attention to the fact that the kind of jobs you're going after and have worked in has to change. And that may take some new training in something, or you know, having to take a lesser job and work your way up in something that you love. There's nothing wrong with that. You do something you love, I'll tell you what, you'll never work a day of your life, right? I don't. People get mad at work. You say, I don't want to work. Well, so I say, get off the planet. You know, that's part of your journey. But work for me is an amazing, wonderful word. Work. I can't wait to work. I get up every morning, I can't wait to work. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Listen to your messages. It's not about being good or bad, being on a high frequency or low frequency. It's paying attention to all the information that you have access to and you are generating, and whether or not you are taking action to make those changes. You hold the power. Namaste.